Abusayen bonra ya asanteme mu honom na ye Otumfour say to two na himfie mekire menhia himfie wanya ahoho ekuku dambi wo honom anya asem ketwa na ye kire ma sa ahoho we mu no wo mo efri UK anye Britain, the Great Britain. No move free by. Now, when you look at the history lane, and I say we told towards the history lane of the Ashantis, you be say they have some history with Britain. Nansenya Krano, Ebeto just say a good dear be near maybe a kodi UK no, or more at their back to the Ashanti Kingdom. Kodi Manhyia, and I just say it's there for some time. Last you been want to say be a best go back to UK, but looking at the war near there course to be brain now course between UK and Ashantis. And to say one more about be PMU a year the Ashanti Kingdom man for business say what is their business here? Omo be then at the brass to say a good year na no omo de buy no omo be fa kwa na why are they in the country at this moment and what is this visit about? Because omo ye show mu uniforms omo no so there come here so omo ya asra for ni ade. Is there any other war coming up and then e cause we be kra link it to Boku ni ade because na no mampani John Dramani Mahama koka say Boku war na ekoso no Ashanti for ahene anase me kan say Asante hene Otumfour emfa ne nan sim na che say yempe asumdwe na mra Boku nti omu nzem nze bia Otumfour ko invite omo say omo mra na omumbe na said what is happening nana we've seen this soldiers remember some soldiers some ye den wo ya Ashanti men Otumfour himfie omo kwagedien wo hold are they here because of the Boku war? What is happening? Why are they here in the first place?
All right, so answer na nchia ke CBM commercial for. So what you are seeing on the screen is a section of the UK Army, basically near from the Advanced Command and also Staff College. In short, from ACSC. Now these people basically bit man can say the military. Now see I think 2 years ago when we say a year or 2 4 6 they unveiled a new kind of a year conference center, and I say a big conference center, and that particular conference conference center and a Manhyia conference, you realize that in there we had many things including a museum. So bibi omukofo ku pie no the museum no mko pie mo hono and I just say they saw a lot of things. Now in there say the Great Britain omu colonize Ghana. When they went there they were told the history say yes, in as much as slavery is being eroded near the once upon a time way back in the 1700s we were great enemies. The Ashantis were fighting to liberate and also take the land, and the Great Britain too also were opposing. It's history is a nice thing, and at the end of the day we've come a long way, but now look at us, we are here together and we are friends, and it's just one of the moments it just tells you say BBC we are CBR it is for a purpose. So that was what really happened.
Wow. It's nice. It's more or less like a friendly visit,
kind of more like a shared history. And one of the things you also have to notice that most of these artifacts which are on display they were at the London Museum. I think say last year I think say Queen Elizabeth and a year I think so soon for say to or petition King Charles artifacts be the golden stool near there don't beat me and come off and and I think so they signed an MOU they were I think so they will lease it for Ghana for the next 15 years or so. After that they will return, but I'm sure say after the 15 years the Great Britain says okay you guys should keep your thing. So it was a nice sight to behold that this is the history. So most of these artifacts maybe Ghana maybe so no ekopie there amanone I just said today the on cultural display to kind of tell the rich history of the Ashantis, and also tell the kind of bond, the relationship that the Ashantis had with the Great Britain. Now one of the things you also have to notice that can you say the Ashantis also made gains. We share the history of Yasantua near they also made a lot of gains, even though ultimately Yasantua was beheaded and killed. One of a UK or more great commanders are Uba Yichiha, the Atono, a McCarthy Hill. But in a different your friend is saying Sir Charles McCarthy, and I said the great Sir Charles McCarthy, and now Oshanka a net. Donald Trump or a real strategist about the war near Kodia near the idea so at the end of the day they were able to even behead and kill say Charles McCarthy at the end of the day. Even here in Accra you realize that the hills McCarthy Hills, because that was where he was based. I've been to that house before. The house are now a team. It's on the hill, it's a very white house. I think that now Accra is serving as a museum. Inside, they have a bunker and underground. So yes.
Wow. And then say, I'm for say based on what is happening now. You who say UK for soldiers for your baby PM Wahanum. Some are saying it really tells how great Ashanti is. I say we are undermining the greatness of Ashanti. Ghana Hanum say.
No one is undermining any person. One of the things you have to notice that you see, I like to see things from a different angle, and I always see things too from a different angle. I also TV kasa obi saying Africanism, black people, these black people that mean you by yen kanokre. Let's be fair. And you Bruni and the ship EBP over the coast of Africa. I can't know ye wahi. By this I'm a point 50 I miss Swabanchi Ameba, but now you're the seat wife and the 16th wife of a king. You see, the BCBI. And for something to happen, there is a cost. And I said there is some sacrificial thing to it. I need to make us a brony buy no. Or the be brave a buy. A winter of sign culture no near the other. But then they also modified what we had. I mean, Kania better health system. Never be brave or what. A yesabi brony and be a cra ubi nino. And it lead to this particular technological advancement. The can say, a good Ashanti's fought and all of that. But at the end of the day, Great Britain for mobile, in fact, of course, yes. You see, there was a picture. Every day I try to find that picture. That picture was taken somewhere in 1910 or 1905 in a market in Keitha. You know about. And then I was sure chain will come, I shall tadie, wabo bra, o shandi, near the other, and tessa. The women were basically naked.
And this is a yammy boy. Yammy one way naked. And ya damn ni if grand or quantity I have buying the car.
And you, 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 1 minute for you. Me just say sweet for you. Yeah, I say. You see.
Your poor now,
what I say, so. Yankopon waboyo but don't say broni buy no ntade ne ade na ye nyina no I'm not saying say na yesu ne kata ye ho kakra but me chirema na
ye de ne na ye fe na e che real beauty
na ye nufo no imba nufo ne ade guso
na real beauty
na mbe ma na sa ahome bi ase omuda fa
o say ye che de nyame de
and na utikam na obi feed ne ba na by mistake o hwa soro kra no kata so say wa he adi
so abrofo na ye omu jae anka normal
kan you unti ene de o shi oba utimi hu shape no physical no paper nothing
nka ye be hu omom ko ye BBL ni nyina
na o no ko ye BBL la ye
nka we ye say amafo ko BBL hu wa hai omo no.
But I think say in South Africa too there is a particular tribe who still
dress like that. Yes, and in South Africa nko in kronko bebre ho no mo da so African country that's so and my session so my dear traditional ones be I when tum say to say abrofo no ma ha Ghana for pa
they have
but omuja nka mema no be hu de was omu hu sa
so there is an advantage to everything and then
advantage to
almost omo de yi ba yi because anya enye omo no mo ba nka ba se yakun gidi come me say by this Otumfour Oma conquer the whole of Ghana. Na can Otumfour as one of the Sure. The Ashantis conquered the Gans.
Yeah.
Ati asinti wo show mu di in cran if in cran because there were lots of your friends say ants, red ants. Ati I say wo the Ashantis conquered almost all. Ati I say but Great Britain no after the whole colonization near the no and almost I saw more titi a friend is saying Asante for or more yini so near the to really your friend is saying more like map out the regions well, the ethnic for peace, and there were a whole lot of treaties which were signed.
Yeah.
So signing many nyana is sign. But ultimately, you know, it's good. I mean, anka enye good anko unyuntuni bi enfa Ashanti entuni so ebra unsi Ghana poda. That is it.
Yeah. So Busianfo, that is all about the visit of this military man to Ashanti Kingdom. More updates on this issue and more.